Welcome back to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. You just heard Artie Shaw with Nightmare. And before that, we had Artie Shaw and Billie Holiday with Any Old Time. And we started off with Steve Vozzolo and the Rookies with Black Diamond Days. Let's go to Artie Shaw with Nightmare.
Yeah. Artie
Yeah.
Shaw with Nightmare. I think this is one of the best um, songs that I have ever heard anybody do on clarinet. It's just amazing. Artie Shaw was, the best. He was the best. I used to compare him back in the days, I guess he was born in 1910 and he died in 2004. And, in the 30s and the 40s and 50s, I mean, he was the king. And they used to compare him to Benny Goodman. And I love to hear what he said when they compared him to Benny Goodman. He said, well, Benny Goodman, who's a great clarinet player as well, he said, well, Benny Goodman plays the clarinet. I play music.
And he's from New Haven, Connecticut.
Yes, he was from New Haven, grew up there, and he was back in the early 1900s. Apparently, he grew up Jewish there and faced a lot of anti-Semitism. We'll talk about that later when we talk about the next tune. He was an amazing person because he was the leader of five different big bands. In those days, everybody who was a big band leader had one big band. They had their band. He was never satisfied. He always wanted to try something different. And each of his five big bands, each had a different style. And it was sort of like they were saying that as soon as he got real, well known and got, his band to be top of the charts, he would just dissolve it and start a new one. He's just one of those people with an insatiable appetite for, doing something new and pushing the boundaries. And the song Nightmare was actually I think if you listen to it, it sounds like a nightmare. It's incredible. Just his clarinet almost alone is just so amazing.
A legend in his own right, and he helped start the careers of other legends like Lena Horne and Mel Torme, Buddy Rich, and Ray Conniff.
Yeah, he was a movie star as well, and actually, he himself was married 8 times. He was married to Ava Gardner, Lana
Wow.
Turner, two of the biggest legendary female actresses. Had affairs apparently with Betty Grable and Judy Garland and Lena Horne.
Oh my.
Just this guy obviously
Wow.
he got around. He
Got
got
around.
around.
And made a lot of music.
Made an incredible amount of music. Died in his 90s, 94, and quite the career. And before that, we played a tune that he did with Billie Holiday, because he actually signed Billie Holiday to be the lead vocalist of one of his bands. And
Wow.
it was the first time that a white band leader hired a full-time black female singer. Uh,
Amazing.
and apparently they were touring the South, which obviously was pretty segregated in those days. They actually forced them, to replace her. They wouldn't accept her into the venues they were playing in the South. And Billie Holiday, apparently, rumor has it that she was really, really upset about that. And this song that we played, Any Old Time, is the actual only recording ever done by Billie with Artie Shaw and the band.
Ah, 1938. Yeah.
It's that, signature Billie Holiday sound. So before that, we had a tune by Steve Vozzolo and the Rookies, Black Diamond Days. And Artie was from New Haven. Steve is from Glastonbury, Connecticut. This whole album that he did is actually in the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York.
Oh, that's cool. It makes
Yeah,
sense. This is a classic baseball song. So
It
yeah.
is.
it
I
is.
love baseball songs. I love the whole genre of baseball anything. This is fantastic.
Yeah, this song has to do with, it's called Black Diamond Days because it's about, the history of the early, Negro leagues
Mm,
and how it evolved into
Major League
black,
Baseball.
yeah, black players playing in the major leagues. And he talks about how they couldn't get rooms, when they were playing, in various towns, they couldn't even, get a room and what they had to go through. It's not, a negative song in any way. It's very
Yeah.
positive. It's a very fun song. It mentions all the old, best, baseball players of all time. It's just a fun, fun song.
I like this set here at the end, classic. And it's about, I don't know, it's a tribute to America, to overcoming anti-Semitism, racism,
Yeah.
and a tribute to things that are important: music, jazz, art, baseball.
Shows
I'm
how we have evolved as a country.
You got it.
You got it.
So the second Thursday of the month is a great opportunity to catch some excellent original music and at Holyoke Media's brand new state-of-the-art listening room in Holyoke, Massachusetts. The New Music Alliance and Holyoke Media are presenting the Open Stage Showcase with singer-songwriters, duos, and trios performing their own original music. So join us for a free event each month that includes 6 or 7 outstanding Western New England performers. And on August 8th, we'll be featuring performers like Steve Rogers, Still Rivers, Becca Doland, and Dave Wiedenfield, among others. Each musician who performs in the showcase will receive a professional multi-camera video of their performance. So if you're interested in performing, send a link to one or more of your original songs to newmusicalliance@gmail.com and check our Facebook page out for more information. So that's next event, August 8th, 7 p.m., Holyoke Media, One Court Plaza in Holyoke, Mass.
Well, thank you, Mark, for an amazing playlist. And thank you for visiting with us. And we hope you enjoyed some great original music from Western New England artists. I'm Mark Ramone here this week with Mark Sherry and Mistress Miriam. The New Music Alliance Radio Hour is brought to you by the New Music Alliance, a 501c3 nonprofit whose mission is to assist and advance the careers of talented, creative local musicians who write original music and to promote the extended Western New England area as a destination for original music writing, production, and performances.
If you like what we're doing here on the show, tell your friends about it and like the New Music Alliance and the Radio Hour on our Facebook pages. And don't forget to check out our website, newmusicalliance.org, where you'll find the extraordinary Essential Western New England Songbook, a listenable anthology of many of the best songs ever written by artists from Western New England. And while you're there, if you support the New Music Alliance's mission, we'd appreciate you making a donation or becoming a member or a sponsor.
If you're a local Western New England musician who'd like to have your original music considered to be on our show, send links to your songs to newmusicalliance@gmail.com. Join us next week for more great tunes from Western New England artists. And until next week, please stay safe and keep on listening
to local music that's original.
Let's have Charles and Khalif Neville take us out today with African Eyes.